Whew, this last Vegas lark, I tell you, it's hard work. Anyway, here's CES Day 2. Now, what with all the fuss over 4K, I decided to look at something a little bit different here at CES Day 2. Although I'm pretty sure 4K will sneak its way back in the next couple of videos, so pay attention to that. But let's not focus too much on 4K right now. We're going to look at some wearable technology. One of the interesting things that's come out of CES 2013 is wearable RFID tags. Now, they're not brand new for CES 2013, obviously, they've been around a little while, but getting them more commercialized, that's the ticket here. And there's one company who's brought out a little tag that your cats can wear, or your dogs. So if they go missing, you know exactly where they are. They have a little RFID tag, a battery, and a Bluetooth connector, all slammed together, and they wear it on the collar, and you know exactly where they are. You can also use it on your kids. You know, if you can morally agree with that, of course. A bit weird, tagging your children and then following them around, but you know, it depends how much of a paranoid parent you are. The Pebble watch of Kickstarter fame, that's there at CES. It's a little watch with one of those screens on it. It's a screen. But the screen is made of e-ink, the kind of thing that your Kindle reader has. So it very quickly, very neatly brings up little displays, much like a Kindle reader. This will show you your tweets and your Facebook updates, as well as things like the weather and various other things as well, including, and I have to confirm this a bit later, the time. So that's a bit controversial. The Pebble watch famously, of course, raised over $10 million on Kickstarter. So, well, if it hadn't been at CES, it would have been using itself, I suppose. There's also a new HUD display, that's heads-up display. Now, I know you all know about Google Goggles. Say that again fast. Google Goggles, that's not there. This is a new one by, let's see, the company is Vuzix. It's an Android-powered machine that sits on your face and will augment reality for you. So you can, I don't know, read a book that's in French and it will translate it for you into English, give you the prices of things. It's a bit like half of George LaForge's visor from Star Trek Next Generation. Although if you've seen the episode of Star Trek Next Generation where they have a game over their eye and everyone plays it and it's really addictive, I can't remember what that episode was called. Was it the game? Just because I'm a Trekkie doesn't mean that you're, okay, it doesn't, shut up. Moving away from wearable tech for the moment, how about tech which lets you use a computer without using your hands? Because hands are like a baby's toy, you know? A Chinese company called have brought out a television which lets you flick through channels, look at things like volume and so on, just using your eyeballs. It'll scan your eyes and let you, stop you from using your thumbs, like a bloody idiot. There's also Toby. These tech firms have the weirdest names. They brought out some firmware, kind of a kit, if you will, for other companies to integrate eye control interfaces to their technology all across the board, from televisions, which has already been done of course, mobile phones, video games, anything really. It's not something you can buy as a consumer, but it's something that's going to be touted onto other devices. So basically, this is kind of the beginning of the start of commercialized eye control tech, and I for one, I'm quite pleased about that, because the mouse and the keyboard, who needs those anymore? That's like so 2008. But the two things that really got my attention on day 2 were video game related. Yes, they were. The first is from NVIDIA. That's the folks that make the computer chips that go inside most computers. If it's not an Intel, it's probably an NVIDIA. For some reason, they brought out a games machine which is Android powered, and also, weirdly, it's 4K compatible, so it spits out a 4K signal. The controller is, well, all it is a controller. It's about the size of an Xbox controller. Has a little screen attached to it if you can't be bothered hooking it up to your television, and it looks like that it just streams stuff via another computer in the house through Wi-Fi. Although from what I've been hearing, there's enough tech in there to play some basic games, you know, basic games. Then there's the Razer Edge, again an Android device, which is, you know, it's very similar to the Wii Pad, you know, the Wii U Pad, sorry, the large one with the controllers on each side. But the difference here being that it's made by someone else. I guess that's the difference, isn't it? What with Android doing so well and being such a cheap, readily available commodity for tech manufacturers, it's no wonder that these companies are trying to sneak in to this gap in the gaming market as it exists at the moment. Whether they'll succeed or not, Well, actually, they won't succeed. But it's nice they're trying. It's nice. You see, what gaming is going through at the moment is a much longer cycle for the consoles than previous incarnations. So it's quite easy for tech firms to come out with a piece of kit which is more powerful than the Xbox 360 and the PS3. The problem with them is that Xbox fans and PlayStation fans are quite a loyal bunch, and I can't see them flicking over to these new consoles anytime soon. Plus, as well, the Android platform is really for mobile gaming, and that's what these consoles are. They're mobile gaming consoles, but they kind of missed a trick. You see, the whole point of mobile gaming is it's on a device which is already in your pocket, not separate to what you already buy. I think PS Vita has already experienced the downside of that by sort of, what's the word? I don't know, failing. But the biggest piece of gaming news to come out of CES is easily the Piston Engine. No, not that kind of Piston Engine, a games console by Valve, the people who make Left 4 Dead and Half-Life and all that. We have now learned, thanks to a demoed unit on display at CES, that the unit itself is based on, let me get it here, the Xi3 PC, which is a very small, ergonomically designed PC, where they're saying it's the size of a grapefruit. Now, I don't know about you, but I've seen different sizes of grapefruits. It's kind of, what is a grapefruit size? I don't know. But really, it's about sort of this big. The idea is that it hangs off the back of your monitor, out of the way, out of sight, out of mind. Now, this particular brand of Xi3, the Piston Engine, one by Valve, no one quite knows the spec yet, and so that's still up in the air. Though it would be nice if it's extraordinarily powerful. And let's face it, to get PC gamers away from their massive PC rig, from their habit of continually buying brand new pieces of very expensive kit to upgrade that rig, it's going to have to be something extraordinarily powerful. And judging by the size, I doubt that thing's going to have much ventilation in it. It's going to be not going to keep itself very cool, so... But as a device which streams Steam, again, say that pretty quick, it should be most useful. It should be pretty good, I think. But again, time will tell. However, every man and their dog knows that it's not going to do anything to console gaming. The consoles have got nothing to worry about with this new piece of kit, the Piston Engine, because like I said before, Xbox fans and PlayStation fans, they're a pretty loyal bunch. Plus, the Xbox 720 and the PS3 aren't out yet, so it's very likely that they will steal their specs from things like the Piston Engine and any other Android-based system. So really, what the Piston Engine might do, in a worst-case scenario, is lend some very good ideas to the Xbox 720 and PS4. If anything, the Piston Engine is going to be a rival to PC gaming, and that's why I'm interested in it, because I don't want to spend $3 on a PC rig. I'd like to spend $3 on a PC rig, or get one for free if you're going to send me one, PC manufacturers. Actually, don't send me one at all, because then I have to say it's good and it could be crap, so I don't want to fall into that trap. But needless to say, I'd like to have a little machine that streams Steam. And frankly, as a console owner, I'm a bit fed up with the way that Valve release games for consoles. I mean, basically, all their games are based on one engine with one slight variation. All you need to do as a PC owner is download the engine and download the updates to go with that. So things like Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead 2, Portal, and Half-Life are all based on the same engine. So why on earth do I have to spend 40 quid every single time I want to buy it? I should be a PC owner. I see the Steam engine, or the Piston Engine, as being kind of a halfway point between consoles and PCs. They're kind of a middle ground, and I'm hoping that they do an Apple, which is to create a market for that kind of kit by not being one or the other. So Xbox and PlayStation are here to stay, but I like to think that the Piston Engine can sit alongside them in a nice family unit, if you choose it to be that way. Plus, if Valve decide that the Piston Engine only plays stuff from Steam, well, they've got a bit of an monopoly there. Steam is a lovely, lovely gaming platform, and I want to get part of that, to get into that and be a part of it, but I'm not willing to spend all that money, as I've already said. So, again, the Piston Engine, a mouth-watering perspective piece of kit from my television, but I'll still be getting the next PlayStation and Xbox, so yeah, and I'm pretty sure, yep, I can confirm that every other gamer thinks the same. And that's it for day 2. Stay tuned for day 3 from CES. I'm off to do some research for that. Run around Las Vegas with my notepad and pen and take down notes for all the things that you need to know about CES 2013. Let's put it this way, if it's not on this video, you don't need to know. It's not important. It's not really important. So, yeah. I'm Electric Richard, always have been, always shall be. Don't forget to subscribe, please leave some comments, and stay tuned for day 3 from CES. I am tired. I'm tired. CES is huge. Absolutely